first, I think it's the passion, and then of course I think it's the money. So let me talk about passion. Being creative, for instance, is very exciting. Regardless of the kind of creativity, for instance, maybe it's writing, it's maybe designing. For instance, I already digital agency, so I mean, we don't design, we think design, we do design all the time, you know, whether it's a website or mobile app and all. So creativity itself is, the creative space itself is a very exciting space you want to be. And you know, the way you think as a creative is quite different from the way a regular person thinks. Right? A creative person can pretty much pick a concept from anything. For instance, look at the way rappers, look at the way they just come up with lines and all of that. Look at the way writers and dancers. So regardless of the field that you want to pick, one key thing is that if you intend to go into the creative space, you can never be bored. Like your work is interesting, your life is interesting. So that's one part. The passion, the freedom to live your passion, to unleash your potentials. And then number two is of course the money. Now, of course, the truth is that if you have Nigerian friends like I do, if you tell them that you want to maybe become a dancer or you want to become a writer or something, I'm sure some of your parents will probably do 30 days fast and prayer on your behalf.
Exactly.
Am I correct?
That was kind of an answer too. My mom said, "Oh my God."
They can even call the family meeting on your case and like, as our son gone mad, right? So yeah, there is this concern that if you're not studying, and I know that there are a lot of law students here, that if you're not studying maybe professional course like law or like medicine, you probably will blow in the Nigerian sense of it. So I get that, However, one of the things, the trends that we have right now is that creatives are really making money. The truth is that it's not a smooth line, it's not a straight trajectory. And I would say, you see, results cancel results. It's really about the results, the track records, no matter how small. For instance, could be, say you want to go into dancing, you want to start your agency, you want to do something creative. Why not do something exceptional with anything that you're doing? Because with every single award that you win, with every single recognition that you get, all the people around you, your parents, everybody, they really believe in you, little by little. For instance, I left chemical engineering and psychology, for instance, right? And then of course my parents thought I was crazy, right? Because they were like, how can you leave such a very creative, path for this, right? But it was the reason why they were able to, believe in me and trust that crazy decision was because of some of the things that I've been doing before then. Some of the track records and recognitions that I come. So they were like, yeah, we know our son is crazy, but he's going to be fine. And all. So I think like those are the two key things. Your passion gives you the opportunity to really explore, and then two is the money. The money is also very, very key because of course you don't want to be a broke creative. So
one more question for you though, since you're coming from tech perspective. So, how can present technologies like the Internet of Things, like artificial intelligence, affect the creative industry?
Well, they're already affected it in a big way. So, yes. So, for instance, you talk about Internet of Things, right? The way entertainment is right now. If you watch Oscar Awards, Grammy Awards, you see what they do with technology. Even lighting alone. I'll give you an example. I don't know if you saw Grammys 2018. Tara Dickinson was about to give a speech, right? And she was walking to the stage, and the microphone rose from the ground. I don't know if you've seen stuff like that. The lights, if you watch Ed Sheeran's performance, the lighting, the sound, the effects, they integrate technology on a very high level. Even the clothing. So technology is disrupting everything right now. So even whether you're in law or medicine, you should be thinking, how is this applicable? Let me give you another example, for instance. So we have something called deepfakes, which is video. It's AI, like artificial intelligence now. For instance, I'm the one talking right now. But you can make a video of somebody who looks like me and is talking like me. Those are deepfakes, right? So there are like positive and negatives to it, but it's affecting every single space. So the question you're asking is, how will AI affect my field? Or how exactly is it already affecting my field? An example is, during the last week, China launched an AI newscaster. You know what that means? It means that the person that was reading the news was not a human being, it was a computer. And the guy was reading the news so well that, who knows the future of broadcasting? Maybe the station will fire the broadcasters. I hope that doesn't happen. But you have to begin to think about that, right? Because the truth is that with every new technology, some people will lose their jobs. but also new jobs will be created. So the question is, do you want to be on the side of people complaining and saying, they're going to take our jobs, or do you want to be on the side of people who are, looking at the possibility and thinking about it? Because the truth is that disruption is coming. Regardless of what you're studying, what you're doing, it is coming. So instead of you to, keep crying about it, how about you embrace it and leverage it?
Thank you so much. So my next question is for you. How can, he's talked about how these technologies are going to, put people out of work with more jobs. Now, how can young people use these emerging technologies to enhance creativity?
Okay, how young people can use technology to enhance creativity. Now, in this modern day, now, just being creative is not enough. You can be creative and you might not be seen, and people might not really see you. People might not really see you for who you are. Why? Because number one, you must be able to, like I said earlier, you must be able to have some element of technology to what you do. People want speed because a lot of people are going into the creative world. Every day people get their hands on camera and they say they're photographers. So every garden you have numbers of photographers, even the ones that are paid, the ones that come for free. But there should be a way whereby you distinguish yourself. One of the ways you can use technology is to use it to increase your speed. Now, as a photographer, there are apps, there are softwares that can make you edit images in batches, while someone is editing images one by one. So you have to look into your field. What are the current technologies? What is coming on? What is new? You have to look at how you can implement this thing into your craft, into your creativity. People want speed. If you say you can draw, people can you give me a portrait in a day? While somebody say no, I need 6 days. How can you do this thing? If you can write, if you can sing, okay, maybe somebody wants to sponsor you in US. Then how does the person get to hear you? How do you get to do this together? You must be able to look at what is the technology that is relevant in your field and also add it to you so that number one, you can increase speed, you can get to collaborate with other people, and you can do more amazing things. Because if you spend so much time on a project, when do you get to the next project? So you must be able to use it. Number one is the most important I say is using technology to enhance the speed at which you deliver whatever you are creating. Because now competition is everywhere. I don't see new things new ideas are here. What you're thinking now, somebody else is thinking about it somewhere. So what gives you edge over competition is speed. So if you can use technology to enhance the speed at which you do your own thing, I think it gives you more advantage. And there are a lot of creative people, but the ones that are delivering, the ones that deliver are the ones people see. So you need to think about how can you deliver better, how can you deliver in time to enhance creativity.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So my next question was to you. How can creatives or how can people monetize creativity using social media?
In one word, packaging. Like he said, the bottom said earlier, it doesn't matter the volume of your followers or the number of people paying attention to you. What matters is how you package yourself, how you sell yourself, how you present yourself to the few people that are listening to you. From there, those few people that are listening to you will refer you to someone else without you even knowing. I go on social media, especially Instagram, and I see young people writing terribly. I'm a sucker for writing. You have to write well. It might be because of my professional background, but the truth is, whether you're a lawyer or not, you have to write well. I take everything seriously, even when I want to post on social media. My English has to be impeccable, there must be error. Those are the things that will make you well positioned and people will take you seriously. So, long and short, packaging.
This is very important, what you just said. I'll tell you a short story. So, last year, 2018, I was just a student at the University of Ibadan, Department of Anthropology and Archaeology. I'm still a student, by the way. So, I dabbled into tech, into blockchain, that's blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. And what can I do? I can talk. So I'm like, oh, how can I do this? How can I bring this on board? And I got my first MC gig. Before I knew what was happening, I had another MC gig. I had to even travel to Abuja, everything within a month. What I'm just trying to say is, you don't know who's watching, like she said. You don't know who's watching. You don't know who's in the audience looking at you. You don't know who is following you, checking out your content on social media. Even though they don't comment, they don't like, they might even basically refer you to prospective employers. Fast forward to about 3 months later, I had already gone to 2 different countries to basically do my stuff. Anybody with questions in the audience? Really? Whoa, no question. Okay, we've got one there.
Good afternoon. My name is Israel. The question I want to ask is, as a freelancer, I would like to ask this question from this perspective. I know someone, well, I would love to hear an answer. But any answer that suits, I'm okay. So, there's someone very interesting, a writer, a freelancer in fact, and this person works with people outside the country. However, the account is using is not Nigerian account. So where I'm going is, the truth is that the reputation of Nigeria to the outside world is not impressive at all, to be honest. So it's having an effect on young creatives. I mean, in this world, if we pick ideas from everybody, I mean, it's going to work. I mean, when we join them together, we can say that it will be $1 billion idea. So how do you navigate when you have the opportunity to work with clients outside Nigeria, but then the situation of things really does not favor you. So how do you navigate to make something substantial out of it?
A round of applause for him, please.
Let me say, in my firm, 80% of our clients are foreigners. We deal with international brands in America, in the UK, everywhere in the world. Like I said, 80% of our clients are foreigners. And guess what? All of us are Nigerians. But these foreigners keep coming back to us. And that's because our core values in the firm, in case you've forgotten the name of my firm, it's Adequate Aston Martin's Agro and Chemical, also known as ACASU. Our core values are intelligence, creativity, and excellence. Nice. So each of us always inculcates these 3 values into whatever we do. So if I'm advising a client, I must exert intelligence, I must put on my creative hat, and whatever I do, I must deliver it excellently. So that way, whether I'm Nigerian, whether I'm Indonesian, whether I'm American, whether I'm Sudanese, anybody from anywhere in the world wants to work with me. So that's the same with my 2 colleagues here. So if each and every Nigerian have that sort of mentality, as we have been taught in our firm to have, Nigeria will be a better place, and everybody will want to work with Nigerians. But I understand your point. It's crazy out there. Once you mention that you're Nigerian or you pick up your green passport as Nigerian, people become wary. But give them the opportunity to think otherwise by putting in your best, by being trustworthy, and being excellent at what you do.
Thank you, ma'am. But how do you carve a niche for yourself as a Nigerian creative, especially?
First of all, you discover yourself, discover your talent, go for trainings to sharpen or to make your talent, convert your raw talent into something well refined. So when you do all of that, you work with a good team to expose you, to make the world know about you, and then if you want to take it a bit further, you make money out of it. Apparently, especially if they are not contradicting each other. There will be several laws governing the same thing. For instance, we have laws of Lagos states which are similar to what we have in the federal level, and both sets of laws run concurrently. So I guess that will be the case for the Cybercrime Act that deals with social media regulation and the social media bill being proposed to be passed into law. They will run concurrently.
All right, thank you so much. Round of applause for her, please. Before we go to the next question, who else has a question in the audience? If you guys don't raise your hands, I'm going to give well some of you and make sure to summarize. I know. Any other question in the audience? Don't worry, y'all are going to summarize for me.
Someone asked a very okay, let me just read the question. The person asked me, what is your opinion about young designers using crack softwares to start up? What the person means is this: when you don't have money, or you choose not to buy the original version of the software, then you buy another version of it that has been jailbreaked, maybe on the internet, or you download it for free. Like, what's my opinion about it? The truth is this.
Can I say one word?
Okay.
Theft.
She's right. Theft. I think it's one of the reasons why we actually gather there, like about the intellectual property. It's someone's work, and to be honest with you, it's theft. However, to be honest with you, most people in the industry, because, hello, listen, the internet has given people opportunity to use other people's work. That's one truth of it. Maybe you're a musician, you're a designer, you're a photographer, you put things on the internet, people get to do it for free. The ones you see, you actually get to call them out. But one thing is actually still very rampant. There are people that do software for free. And during the economic situation, only very few people get to afford original version of software. I use Photoshop, I use Lightroom, and there are certain software you have to buy them. You're talking about maybe $100, $200. Now, looking at how much you make from your craft, you might actually not be able to afford it, or you get to use the free, download some craft version online. But the thing is this: for the ones you can afford, you should actually buy them. I have software I subscribe to, I have platform I pay subscription monthly, and I have the ones I can afford. I get to use the craft version. And the advice is you have to now be very careful about the craft version you use, because some of these craft versions come with viruses that can actually damage the work you had on your database for years. So you have to actually be very careful where you download craft versions. Not every craft version is safe. And if a day comes, you can afford to buy, go back to that person you have used the craft version of the software and buy the original version from that person. That's the only way you can compensate such person. That's it.
let me add to what he has